I want to thank today's sponsors, Grill Your Ass Off Seasonings. They got great merch, seasonings, condiments, everything. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/mychowline. I want to thank ArmedForces.press. Check them out. Great news source about what's going on in the military here in the States and abroad. Also, I want to thank Lasered Gifts for You for awesome logo done on my ammo cans here and on the hat. Get these hats done. Thanks so much, Don. Appreciate it so much. So check them all out. GrillYourAssOff.com/mychowline, ArmedForces.press, and Lasered Gifts for You on Facebook. Welcome to my chowline. I'm Tracy Lingle. So today we're going to do pineapple pulled pork. So we're going to get started here. We have a pineapple that's really ripe. We're also going to be using Grill Your Ass Off seasonings, salt, pepper, garlic, and Crispy's Mango Habanero today. So go ahead and get this processed up. Show you what we're going to do. We're going to take this pineapple and get some pineapple juice out of it, and then we're going to use that to marinate our pork in. And we're going to save some of the juices as well for putting on with the glaze. We're going to go ahead and take the top off. Ooh, extra sweet. And the reason I like the really ripe ones, it's a lot sweeter. It concentrates the juices, and it will help break down that pork really well and add a sweetness to the pork. We're going to process this up, and we're going to get it as thin as possible, get it as blended up as possible, so that way we can strain it. All right, so now we're going to take a bowl. We'll take our little mesh screen here. We're going to take this off, and we're going to pour a little bit through here, push it through till we get all the juices out that we want to get out. And we're going to save some of this, like I said, for using for basting. Ultimately, you probably want to have about a cup and a half to 2 cups worth of juice if you can get it. If you're not, it's okay. But mainly what we're going to do is we're going to put this on our pork, and then we'll vacuum bag it for a couple of hours before we season up the meat and put it on the smoker. All right, we have 2 boneless pork shoulders here, pork butts. So these are from Costco. It's like $33, approximately 15 pounds. I'm doing both of these, but the pineapple juice and stuff, really for one, like a cup and 2 cups worth of pineapple juice for 1 pork shoulder. So I'm going to do 2, but I'm going to do the other one a different way. It's extra. We're going to cut it open. I'm going to go ahead and smoke it, even though it's not going to be part of the video, since I'm going to have the smoker going, and then I'll just freeze my extras for my family. Now with all meats, pull out of the packages that we're going to smoke, and make sure you dry them off real good. I like using this little rack here to kind of help catch some of the juices. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put one of these in, pour in our pineapple juice, and put the other one in. And I'm going to marinate them both in this vacuum seal bag. I'm using a Cabela's 15-inch Pro series sealer with the Mylar bags. You can use any of the bags you like. The Mylar, I think, just hold up better. But it's really up to you. I like using the 15-inch because you can actually fit large foil pans inside of them, crush the sides a little bit, and you can slide it in with all of it and leave the juices in, and you just seal it up and put it in the freezer, and you won't get freezer burn. Or put it in the fridge and save it. But anyway, we're going to do this. We're going to let this sit we're going to put the pineapple juice in with it. We're going to let it vacuum seal it up and let it sit for at least an hour to 2 hours. Let some of that pineapple juice penetrate this meat a little bit, get some of that flavor in it, and we may go a little longer, but the longer you let fresh pineapple juice sit with any of the meats, it'll start breaking it down and making it fall apart, and we don't want that. We do, but we don't. We want to find that happy medium. So anyway, here we go. Now you want to make sure you wipe out the inside where you're going to seal at. Get any of the juices and chunks of anything that might be on there. That's why I rolled it, but as I was unrolling it, I forgot to take my glove off and got a little bit of pineapple on it. So now, before we vacuum seal this up, what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of paper towel, probably so much, and we're going to, so that when we go to seal this, the juices won't get sucked through as easily, but we're going to cut it off once we feel like we've got 99% of the air out, and it's going to be start to do the juices. So let's do it. Like, we didn't go all the way down to where it like started sucking all the juices all the way through the end, but we got it down where it started collapsing this down. So that way our juices, this is all thin right here and sucked together. So we want some of that air in there. We want the juices to be able to move around in there. So now we're gonna let this sit for a couple hours, hour, 2 hours, and move it around a little bit. All right, so it's been about 2 hours since we've let this pork shoulder marinate. So now we're gonna open it up. All right, and as you can tell, it is all over this stuff. So, and when it pressed it down, it squished it out around all over all the pieces here. So now we're gonna leave that on there, and we're gonna take salt, pepper, garlic, grill your ass off platoon sergeant, and lightly hit it all over. Open it up on the inside. We're going to take Crispy's Mango Habanero, and we're going to heavily coat this. I mean, we want it everywhere. Don't be scared. You can get this in a 3-pound bag, so you don't have to worry about running out when you're doing this. It is good. It's actually cheaper per ounce if you get the 3-pound bag. And trust me, if you have the 3-pound bag, you will want to use it on lots of things. All right, so now we're going to take, now that we got those seasoned up pretty good, we're going to take and we're going to truss these up because they're open, because they got the bone, the bone's been removed. We're going to take and we're going to take some short pieces of string, butcher string, twine, whatever you want to call it, and we'll do as many as you want. All you're trying to do is just keep it together in one piece, so that way it stays solid and open up as it's cooking. All right, so now we're gonna let those sit 15, 20, 30 minutes. Basically, we're gonna go light our fire, and once the fire's ready, then we'll put those on the grill. All right, so I've checked the temperature on our pork, and it's ready to come off and go get wrapped up, and it's right at the stall, like 160, 165. We're gonna put it in the put in this full pan with some butter, honey, and pineapples, and some pulp and pineapple juice and water, just to kind of put it in there, and we'll wrap it, put it back in the cooker till it gets tender. I had taken a little bit of the pulp and pineapple juice and basted it on about 10-15 minutes ago. Nothing crazy. Okay. fresh pineapple cut up. All right. We're going to take some of this Tupelo honey, really, really good honey from down in South Georgia. And we are going to spread that around like so. You can use something else. You don't have to do exactly like this, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Natural sugars. And all this will get mixed up inside this pan when it's all said and done. This is going to be awesome. Smells amazing. Oh, darn, there's some honey left over on the spoon. Oh, that Tupelo honey. So pure. Okay. We're going to wrap this in foil and stick it back on the smoker. Nice and tight. And everything steams up inside there. All right, back on it goes. All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, that looks good. Smells amazing. Pineapple. Go ahead and start cutting these strings off. All right, well, we'll get this shredded up and we'll get it plated. All right, so we got it all plated up. I pulled the last little bit of our bourbon barbecue sauce, the Bunker Bacon bourbon barbecue sauce. Say that 3 times fast. Woo! But I had a little bit left over. I need to order some more. But yeah, so I plated up. Save some of the pineapple as well. Now I made these buns fresh. Check out the link for the video for that. Man, smells amazing. Let me get a bite of this. That bun is really good, and so is that pork. Oh my, sweet. The pineapple isn't overpowering at all. I thought it would be. It is not. It is very subtle. The sweetness is basically sucked out of that pineapple, and it just, you have the essence of pineapple, but all the sugar is pulled from it, so it's not like super sweet like pineapple usually is. It's like a mellow sweetness, which is nice. It goes really good with the savory. This is really good. So guys, you got to give it a try. Check out my other recipes and other videos. Thanks so much for joining us. Pineapple pulled pork.